For your 9th birthday, I was running Black Ops through China. What? I gotta go. Hey guys, Mandy Franker here, coming at you again to talk about movies. As always, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and ring the bell to get future notifications about, well, I guess future videos. So, here to talk to you about movies. Have you ever watched a movie or a TV show and said, damn, that's a cool fill in the blank. I'd love to get that. You know, whether it's a Rolex watch or a BMW, whatever it is, there is no better way to promote something and get it in people's lives than to put it at the forefront of a movie. And firearms are no exception. I read an article recently where they were talking about how in the old Western movies, the spaghetti string Westerns with Clint Eastwood and, you know, then other movies like John Wayne back in the day, you could tell the difference between the good guy and the bad guy because the good guy wore white and the bad guy wore black. Now that concept is translated throughout time up until this day. So another good way to tell the difference between the good guy and the bad guy is guns. So you got the bad guy gun. So you got the AK-47. I believe it's the Avtomat Kalishnikova, which I guess means like automatic weapon of the Kalishnikov or something like that. Made in 1947 by Mikhail Kalishnikov. So he was laying in a bed in a hospital after getting wounded in battle, and a fellow soldier asked him, hey, like, how come for every two or three of us we got a rifle and the enemy, all of them got automatic weapons? So he kind of took it on as his own duty to develop a weapon for soldiers. And this is certainly that. I believe right here it's a 40 or 45 round magazine. These come standard with 30 round magazines, and these bullets are really bad. They will definitely hurt you. The bad guys always got this. You ever watch CNN and see pictures of terrorists and stuff? They got this. You can bury this in sand, you know, put it in salt water, take it back out, and it will shoot just as good as the day it came out of the factory. So that's the AK-47 for you, man. And then you got the Uzi, made by Uziel Gal, I believe is how you say that. I'm no weapons expert, by the way, guys, so anybody who's out there cracking their knuckles, getting ready to assault me with their keyboard, please talk to the hand, because the face ain't listening. So, you got the Uzi, man. Anytime in the 80s when there was a group of drug dealers or thugs, at least one person had to have an Uzi, man. And the 1980s really, you know, were ruled by the Uzi in a lot of movies, man. You know, both good and bad guys. So the Terminator had it, Uzi 9mm. Chuck Norris's weapon of choice in the movie Delta Force, put out by the Cannon Film Group, was an Uzi. In fact, the entire Delta Force squad in that movie was outfitted with the Uzi. Arnold Schwarzenegger had an Uzi again in the movie Commando. It wasn't like his primary weapon, but once he ran out of the Valiant rounds and everything else, he resorted to the Uzi, and then the shotgun, and in the end the pistol. So this is a really interesting weapon, and it has what's called a telescoping bolt. Don't know much about that, but what I do know is it allows you to put the magazine in the pistol grip, which makes it a shorter weapon, but with a longer barrel, from what I've read. These were developed for the Israeli Defense Forces by Uziel Galil or Gal. I can't pronounce it, I'm sorry. And he said, you know, please don't name it after me, and they named it after him. Really cool looking gun. You always see bad guys firing it with one hand. One of the reasons why you could possibly do that is because it's very heavy. And last but not least, our favorite heroes always seem to have this. This is a 9mm Beretta 92. Alright guys, so you know, John McClane has this. That's his weapon of choice throughout the entire movie. Now the difference between his Beretta and my Beretta is my Beretta takes 15 in the clip and 1 in what they call the hole. Now his Beretta, which he never seems to have to reload, takes roughly probably 50 to 100 rounds per clip. So it would seem. Since you never actually see that guy drop a clip, not often enough anyway. And where's he getting all the bullets at anyhow? I mean, I know he steals the bags from the guys and everything, but it just seems like he's continually firing this weapon. Like, most police officers carry, what, like 2, maybe 3 clips, and then 1 on the gun. How many rounds is that really? And then you got, you know, bet you the kid's got an automatic, says Leo gets to Murtaugh, because Martin Riggs carries an automatic. That's right, a Beretta 92. You also see Officer Jake Hoyt, you know, who's going to learn today. You know, when he's not smoking wet, getting down with PCP, he's rocking this Beretta 92, man. This is the gun that does it all. And this got really, really popular, man. There's almost every single movie that you see where there's some kind of extended action sequence, somebody has a Beretta, or I believe Taurus makes something very similar. And you see it in almost every movie, man. So, you know, I bought these guns, these 3 particular guns. I have more than these, but I bought these because they were in movies, man. So, I mean, like I said, what better way to sell something than to stick it in a movie? I mean, how many iPhones have come out of that? I remember seeing Walkmans in the 1980s and saying, damn, I want one of those. You know, The Wizard, which I'll do a video on at some point, Mario Brothers 3 was in the end of that movie, and nobody played it yet. It was released, you know, just before the movie came out, and you learned how to get the first magic flute from watching it in the movie. So movies really push things on people, whether it's information, whether it's products, whether it's just a damn good story, or whether it's emotions. Movies are always there to serve all sorts of needs for all sorts of people. So, this is Mandy Fraker signing off here. But please, as always, hit the subscribe button, like this video, ring the bell for future notifications, and share that shit, brother.